Yes, YouTube, what is good? So, I thought I'd do a video. I actually filmed this video, I'm not even kidding, like half a year ago or something. I trained with this kid, Connor. He's one of my good mates, and we've trained together a couple of times now. YouTuber, so I'll put his link in the description as well. But this video is going to be all about advice for young lifters, because I see so many times, I get questions, and I see so often people making mistakes in the gym, and also things that I've done incorrectly along the years so far. And the advice that I would give, to if I go back in time, for instance, and talk to a 16-year-old or even 18-year-old me, impatient, wanting to get progress, what would I say to myself back then? And I see a lot of myself in Connor. Connor is such a decent guy. He's actually competing in his first competition this year, and the progress he's made in the last 6 months is absolutely insane. It goes to show how much progress you can really make, especially if you're quite young. If you really put a lot of effort in, tick all the boxes in terms of all the different variables. You've got training, sleep, nutrition. If you get these all locked in, you guys can make an absolute fuck ton of progress. So without further ado, let's get right into the video. So there's two different segments. We did a workout, and I'm not gonna lie, the first time we worked out, the footage all came out shit. So I'm gonna splice in some of that footage with some of the footage that I did during my off season with Connor another time. Then we'll go into basically an interview that me and Connor did. So sit back, enjoy the video. I might put in a couple of voiceovers, but then we'll go right into the interview, and hopefully you guys can learn something of value that you guys can take through into your lifting career, as it were, and make sure you maximize all the progress that you guys are after. Enjoy.
I know I'd go back to you.
Right, so the subject I want to touch on in this video is training and nutrition, and for young individuals, and basically how to improve that and how to optimize that. Mine was basically all out of whack when I was younger. I was just eating like 5 custard donuts a day, wasn't training properly, and just being a bit of a mong. Whereas I'm here with Connor, and he's already pretty jacked, as you can see, his shoulders are popping. He DM'd me on Instagram, and he wanted to basically get a video in and also get a training session in, and he had just a few questions he wanted to ask me. So I'm basically going to let Connor shoot me a few questions, and I'm going to answer them with my knowledge to the best of my ability, and we'll just kind of freestyle. So Connor, you DM'd me on Instagram, and you said you wanted to get a workout in, and you wanted some tips and stuff. What would you want some help with?
Where would you start with tracking your food and calories?
First thing I do is I download my fitness pal. So basically, when I first started, I always just thought you had to eat chicken, sweet potato, basically shit tons of vegetables. Vegetables are good, but there's an easier way to get your results, which is tracking your food, tracking your calories. So you want to make sure, if you want to build muscle, if you want to be in a calorie surplus, so that means you want to eat towards, say for instance, you work out your maintenance is 2,500 calories to maintain your weight. And you work that out by weighing yourself each day and eating 2,500. If it's staying the same, that's your maintenance. If it's going down, your maintenance is higher. If the weight's going up, that means you're in a surplus. So say for instance you're the same, you then add 500 calories, base 3 to 500 to be in the bulk, you'll be at 3,000 calories, and then you obviously want to make sure you get enough protein in, and then basic carbs and fats fall into place, but a decent amount of carbs, and just try and keep it healthy fat, so not like Papa John's fats, you know what I mean? I can be guilty of that. You see my Instagram, I love a bit of cheese. And KFC every now and then, some people eat, Dan?
Some people.
basically daily tracking and accountability, and once you're consistent with that, that's when you can start looking at other variables and think about how you can progress. How's yours going right now?
It's good. I only just started like recently when you explained it to me on Instagram. I found my maintenance. I'm trying to go into a deficit now to start shredding for the summer.
See, right, I'm gonna cut in right here. So Connor's, how old are you, Connor? 16 years old, and he's talking about going into a deficit and cutting for the summer. Like, this is probably one of the #1 mistakes that I would say young lifters do, because they're 16 years old, they're on Instagram, they see shredded motherfuckers like Jeff Side and a load of other fitness models, like maybe even me, and go, shit, I want to look like that. They think the way to get like that is to go straight into a cut to get shredded. But why do these guys look good when they're shredded? Because they put in a lot of time and years in a surplus. So there comes a time where, say for instance, you get really fat. Sure. Like if you've been in surplus for 6 to 8 months, even 12 months, get yourself in a good little deficit. But I saw Connor's physique earlier. I wouldn't really say he has to start cutting just yet. For the summer, this guy can get cut if he did exactly what I said. Get cut in 8 weeks, so, like beach body ready. Shredded, 5% body fat is a completely different game. You don't need to be anywhere near that. It's bad for your hormones. So yeah, basically, stay in that surplus, mate. Stay in that lean bulk. So you notice how what I've done. I'm gaining muscle, but am I fat? No, I'd say I'm maybe like 10%, but maybe 12% maximum body fat. So I'd say stay on a lean bulk. So don't do the dirty one and go up to 5k. Like you know, like YouTubers like Ryan Casey and stuff, eating shit. Don't do that. Like, just stay on the calories, stay accountable. That was a big rant. Jesus, apologies to the viewers.
On social media, how do you know what to post and who to post it for? Like,
fuck who to post it for. Post it for yourself. So post whatever you want to post. Like,
no, but I mean to like reach out to different people and help different people.
Okay, well there's ways of like, for instance, trying to increase your reach. Basically Instagram will try and limit your growth. This is what most people don't tell you. Oh, Dan knows about this. They'll be like, be unique, be different. Yeah, it is good to stand up from the crowds, 100%. You want to be authentic. You want to impact the most people. You want to just spend a bit of time commenting a few people. Like I found what helped grow my social media was, for instance, getting involved in competitions because it meant I met the right people, and once you're surrounded by the right people, you can build a good platform for yourself, and then you get people following you. Once you get a good group, this is what I call the inner circle. All these people start following you, bam, bam, bam. All these other accounts see that these people follow you, and then it just kind of like gravity attracts it inwards. And obviously, when I won a couple of competitions like Miami Pro, you get more exposure through that, and then you just have this domino effect. And you kind of want a big break as well. If you get sponsored by a really good company, obviously that's amazing, but you have to get to a big following to get sponsored. I'm not sponsored. No, I'm not bothered right now. I just want to grow my social media, grow myself. Do you have any other questions about social media?
Social media.
Instagram will also try and limit your growth sometimes. So every now and then you could do a promoted post where you kind of pay for like £5 and it could increase the reach. But you don't want to be doing that all the time. Like you don't have a lot of money. You're a young kid. So there are certain like, if you join certain engagement groups with like-minded people, you can put your posts in there. People comment on them. And then that can put more traction on it as well. That's something that I do sometimes. It is a bit of a pain in the ass, so you don't always get time. But the main thing is as well, post what you want to post to yourself. But you're making effort. You're coming to King's Gym, you're doing all the right things. I've seen his social media. He was on like freaking 800 followers when he first followed me.
Just before Christmas.
And then it blew up. He's been commenting. He's been posting workout videos. He's been actually adding value with his content.
I hit 3k yesterday.
Yeah, 3k in like how many months?
Like 3 months.
That's like that's basically like quicker than my growth.
It's gone up.
This kid's killing it. So if he keeps going in his direction, he'll be on 10k in no time. And then just be yourself, really.
Right. Can't think of anything.
You can ask anything, man. Like it can be about drugs. It can be about like funny stuff. Whatever you want.
Okay. How do you choose what competitions you want to do?
Okay, competitions you want to do. I always recommend, if you're a natural athlete, this is what I always say, you want to be looking at something like either drug-tested men's physique shows, because
So all natural.
yeah, all natural. The development you're going to need to do an open bodybuilding show is ridiculous, and you'll just look like very skinny in a bodybuilding trunk unless you put in the years of work. So I'd say men's physique, 100%. You want to look at a natural show at first. Once you get a few years of development, you can go in untested shows naturally and still do well and even win. So everyone says, oh, if you do untested, you can't win. That's a lie. I compete in untested shows and I win. Yeah. So that's my second point. You also want to be looking at fitness model shows. If that's what you like, that's not for everyone because it's quite flashy and it's quite like prancy on stage. So if that's something you're interested in, that's something you're good at, I'd also recommend this.
Okay. What made you choose your show that you did?
I'm in pro. So I actually remember, so I was watching YouTube and it was like Fit Media channel. I came across a video, I think it was like Miami Pro top 5 or something of the Universe Championships or the Worlds. And it just looked sick, like it had some epic music in the background and like everyone would just look good, like it was the physique. Do you know what I mean? Like everyone's got good legs, people actually looking on point. Whereas like men's physique, say my first show actually was a men's physique show in Australia. And that was all I knew about at the time. I didn't really know about the fitness model ones. So if I wish I kind of knew about those earlier. But that was a drug tested show, my first one.
Okay.
But in terms of the ones I do now, Miami Pro, WBFF, I'd say Fit Media channel, like big up them, because if I didn't see the exposure for them, I would have really known about them. And they just look sick. Like everyone looked good on stage, how a body should be, not like the blown up, like bubble gut, Phil Heath, like Brody Winkler type of physique. No offense though. But they're good physiques, but I'm not a fan of.
It's not what you want.
It's not mass aesthetics, it's aesthetics.
Okay, right.
So tell me about your time on Take Me Out.
Right, yeah, I was, so funny story about that, I didn't actually apply for it. I'm actually going to make a whole video on how I got on it and everything that happened whilst I was on it. Like I'm going to clickbait the shit out of that, hopefully it goes viral. I'm going to do that in the next couple of weeks, maybe 3 weeks, hopefully, fingers crossed. So I'll say everything, the details on there, but basically I was at Miami Pro, got approached, went on it, did the day. Actually, went on there to Venga Boys, crushed the watermelon, that was my idea. This is a quick overview. Got there, went out on a date, got with a girl, got back, dated a different girl, and then dumped her like on Valentine's Day, #savage. And then, I'm such a role model, aren't I? And then, hooked up with the other girl on the top 2. So that's a round trip of the whole thing. So yeah, Josh King Fitness, great guy. Yeah. Cool, that's to take me out. What was the next question you were going to ask?
What was it like working at Legoland, right?
Yeah, so brilliant. Cheers for that one, Dan. You cunt. Right, so for those who don't know, I did used to work at Legoland. It was like a summer job when I was like 17, 18, so even like a year older than you, started did it in the summers. So I stopped the kids crashing their cars on
the driving licenses.
And give out the driving licenses. I'd be on the microphone like, if you crash your car, wave your arms in the air like I just don't care. 3, 2, 1, shout pineapple, and they'd be like pineapple. Anyway, that was my life. And then got back from Australia. Actually no, before I went to Australia I did 1 year after I finished uni. So for those of you who don't know, I went to university, studied sports science. When I got back, I worked 1 year there and that was shit. So I'd always say, always set goals and be moving forward in life. Because I had like a year where I just stayed somewhere like a bit like a mom and didn't kind of chase my dreams and kind of got a bit too stuck in a rut. And living with my parents and I was just hating life. So I just thought fuck it and I quit and just booked a ticket to Australia 2 weeks later and went. And that's when I was chasing my fitness goals and did my first show like just the kind of the following year. So that, although it was like a kind of shit job for a while, although everyone needs a job, it was KFC, Laszlo, KFC, or if it's working at Legoland, that's fine. Just I'd say always make sure you're moving forward. And then luckily I'm in a job in London now, which I really enjoy.
So on the topic of goals, you are taking a year off now? Or long-term goals?
So I'm taking a year off. Like, you know what I was saying about we grow, we're in a surplus? So I say a year off, that is the plan at the moment. the gains are coming in pretty quick, and I'm pretty happy with how I'm looking so far. I'm gonna keep it going for as long as I can. I might do a slight cut in the summer just because I've got cream fills. I might have Tomorrowland, and you know, like this lifestyle, be shredded. But I might be like just a slight cut, nothing crazy. Just because I'm happy with how I look now. I would be happy going to a festival how I look now. You don't need to be absolutely shredded. But anyway, I'm just gonna put on as much muscle as I can, and then I'm not turning up to a competition and not winning it. I'm turning up like I did to Miami Pro last year. I'm turning up and I'm taking that first place, and that's what I'm the plan for either WBFF or Miami Pro Show. But WBFF Pro Card is the one I want, because I want to compete at the Worlds on the world stage. You want to set like crazy goals. That's the one that motivates me. You don't want to set like a pussy little bitch goal like, oh, I want to like just win a local show. Like, that doesn't motivate me. That motivates me is being at the top. That's why I've taken a year off from it. We'll see.
Just to add into that, Josh, what was it like to win Miami Pro?
We did this on the last Q&A, Dan. So thank you for that. What did you say?
I said good one.
Good one.
Good
question. To win Miami Pro, that's sick. Like obviously, on the lead up, you're just so focused, and all you're doing, like you don't care about your mum, you don't care about your dog, you don't care about your cat. Girlfriends are basically non-existent. You don't care about your mates. All you care about is tunnel vision. Just doing your posing practice, getting your meals in, like hitting your calories and protein and macros to the T. And so then for it all to pay off, like even like 2 weeks out, I didn't even know if I was going to be 100% ready. And I just came in absolutely shredded for that one. And for it to all pay off was amazing, because I always feel sorry for the people that don't get called out, that just stay at the back, because they could have put in equally as much effort. It's just either genetics or they did it the wrong time.
I feel like a waste of time doing it.
So it's nice to put 100% in, and you know you can get the rewards. So that's like something I would recommend to you. Just always make sure you put 100. I would say almost it's like a complex, like in my brain, like you're almost scared to put 100% into something in case it doesn't work. But you just have to fully commit, balls out, and just go for it. And then if it pays off, it's the best video. You got any more questions? I feel like I've spoken a lot about myself. Like, what questions do you have in terms of that relate to you and like your current situation?
My situation,
like, because you do football, right?
So for me, cardio is football. Most of my cardio is football because I do it most days, and then in between I'll be at the gym. So that's why I can't train legs too often, because then when I play football I can't run.
Of course.
So when you used to do sprinting,
So I was about 21, 22.
Did you do weightlifting at the same time?
So we did like weights, but it's performance-based weights. So if you actually want to become a professional footballer, you have good height for it. You could be decent. If you want to become a professional footballer, I would say start working on some performance lifts. You want to do like Bulgarian split squats. You want to work on your hip thrusts, engaging your glutes, because injury prevention is key. You want to make sure your hamstrings aren't overactive and your glutes underactive. So you know, you see people do weighted hip thrusts. A lot of girls do it, but it's probably the best exercise you can do for like power. You want to also implement things like hang cleans for power, and also just generally just build strong legs, strong core. You want to also, you're moving side to side as well, so putting in some like bilateral work, like lunging to the side, things like that. But if you want to get big legs, I mean, you don't need to worry about all of that. I would say you can encompass some of those elements in your leg routines. I mean, you're a footballer, I would recommend training legs twice a week. You just, we've got to be careful of, I wouldn't say spread the volume out, I would say. So don't do, like, everyone else do those gigantic leg sessions, but you want to make sure you can actually fucking recover and walk the next day. But luckily, the more often you train legs, the less sore you'll be. So if you train them once a week or once every 2 weeks, or you skip them every now and then, you're going to be so sore you're not going to be able to perform.
You get DOMs and everything.
DOMs are just going to fucking work. I feel we've spoken a lot. Is there any last question you've got in terms of?
I think you've got everything.
Last question. Best body parts. What do you think is your best body parts?
Best body part to train.
And how do you train it? This is a good question.
I'll say my legs. When I'm on stage and then when like trunks and everything, they pop out the most with the splits. I always train them twice a week. I think sprinting helps it a lot. But Bulgarian splits, like everyone always says, squats. No. But like I personally had a bit of an issue with my lower back doing full squats, but not deadlifts. So I always did Bulgarian split squats, heavy leg press. So I thought I recognised that something. Anyway, heavy leg press, and then chuck in a load of leg extensions, hamstring curls. Make sure you hit the posterior chain as well, get the hamstrings in. I would say as well, just hit them hard, hit them twice a week. That's what worked for me. And make sure you do that once you're in the calorie.
Is that your favourite to train, or just?
I'd say like we did today, getting a savage chest
yeah.
just because of how it transforms your physique. Like that, women pumps is completely different. But legs, I would say something happens when I train legs. Like my mind changes, my mindset and everything. It's like it releases chemicals.
Go into like a different zone.
Yeah, I fade into another dimension. Any problems become non-existent, and my whole mindset changes for positive outlook. I can figure out things about my life once I train legs. It sounds so good. That's why I always make sure I do it and do it savagely. Like we'll probably do a leg workout sometime, full leg workout, and we'll just push each other there. Any other questions? Cool. Right, I'll actually conclude the video here. So that's a sick workout. I'm gonna try and upload more on YouTube. I'm gonna try and get Connor here on the channel every now and then as well. We'll follow his journey. He's keen for some more workouts. My YouTube is pretty much non-existent. It's on like 450 subscribers. So I'm gonna try and be consistent, set some goals for myself. Because you know when you have potential, you can do well at something, but you're just kind of fucking around a bit. So it's time to take the YouTube game hard. But I hope you gained some value from this video. Follow me on Instagram, Josh King Fitness.
Fitness Launder on Instagram.
So Fitness Launder, Launder. And mine just Josh King Fitness. But yeah, I conclude this vlog here. And that's it, we'll catch you next one.